Another day has passed. I don't really know how excited to be in these. Do I treat it like a gung-ho podcast, gotta get amped up, or do I just treat it as what it is? It's just an update. I actually didn't make a video last night. My bad. And sorry, I'm kind of out of breath because I have a stuffy nose. Oh, poor Bobby. I might be getting sick. I don't know. I haven't really been sleeping well since the whole general manager thing happened in Arizona. I don't know if I'm kind of beating myself up over it, even though we did nothing wrong. I just wish we could have made it work this season. With that being the case, yesterday, I actually fertilized the whole day. I was actually in the field. Interesting. Learned some stuff about fertilizer. Sure you guys all want to know this. Number one, I learned that Chapin the brand, fertilizer spreader, if you are looking to get one, don't get one. We have bought, I think, like 4 of them, and each one of them costs like $400 a pop. And I think 3 out of 4 of them broke within the first 20 hours of use. Trash. We've gotten them at multiple different places. They're supposedly the best, but we've had horrible luck. And granted, we're just one sample size, but from our samples, brutal. Don't get Chapin. Fertilizer wise, really, we did a broadleaf weed and feed. This is our 3rd application. We've already done a crabgrass preventer, a weed and feed, and now this is our 2nd weed and feed. We've also already dethatched lawns. It's the end of June. Dethatched, we've aerated, we've seeded. So that's what we've done with grass for our clients. So fun stuff there. If I'm going to be really honest in this episode, I'm having a tough time focusing. I don't know if last week just like burned me to a crisp, but I'm struggling. And I think it's just normal for people, and I'm not even going to try to come up with some deductive reasoning. I'm going to let you guys just see if you can relate. I feel like we can call it failure, getting beat down, trying to figure everything out, doing a ton of damage control, dealing with people being mad at you, blah, 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 when it was not even you. It just gets you tired. It kind of makes you want to quit. It really does. Hard things make you want to quit. It's that straightforward. And then it's your choice to either quit or keep going. This is an Alex Hormozy bit. If you haven't listened to him, listen to him. He's great. But we were just talking about Arizona, our management team. We're like, we knew it was going to be really hard. This is what really hard is. Suck it up. Let's get through it. But even when we know, or at least me personally, when I know this is what hard is and this is really hard, I still struggle to keep focusing every day. Because it's kind of like I spent 8 days almost getting beat the crap out of. That's how I'll take it. Get beat the crap out of mentally. Now we got to roll back into Minnesota and focus on everything that Minnesota throws your way. So, for example, today, Minnesota, mower. Somehow blade broke on one of the mowers, ripped up underneath the mower deck, broke the mower deck. That's going to be several $1,000s. And it's like, well, thank God, number one, no one got hurt. But number two, it's like a problem that you got to figure out. And then on top of that, you get clients that owe you 20 grand, and they start calling and they start asking like, hey, we got to adjust this bill. Like, this is either too much for me, or what's going on here? Will you fight for this here? And it's just like, it's exhausting that so many people need you. And it's a blessing. So let me just preface it. It's a blessing, but also mentally, it's just like, I don't know what's happening. Cause like, I just feel like I don't want to work. I never feel that way. Right now, every morning when I wake up, and I woke up at 6. I'm currently at the office still at 7:48. Usually it wouldn't be a problem, but right now it's like, I don't want to do this. And the only thing I can attribute it to is just, in quotes, failure for a period of time, because it's really hard when things aren't going right to be like, I'm going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over. I'm going to keep following the process. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep getting up to bat. So I'm not doing caffeine like midday. I'm just trying to figure out, how do I stay focused? How do I focus on the things that matter? How do I keep doing things right while also learning from the things I did wrong? And it's exhausting. And I really promise this entire thing is not to make anyone feel bad for me, or feel bad for other entrepreneurs, or feel bad for anyone. We're all going through something. It's that simple. It's more just sharing the experience. And even like last night, I was ready and I'm like, bed, like it's 10:30. Oh, it's time for bed. The problems of the day are over. Boom, we get an email at this place, Olio Co-working, that we own. Internet business Comcast business going to be down in the whole area. We have to send emails to all of our coworkers saying, hey, we know you spend money to work here, but the reason you work here for the fast internet, not going to exist. Just another problem. And the thing is, they happen all day. And I know me personally, I got to get better at mentally not seeing them as problems. I got to just think of them as like part of the journey, and you come up with a solution. Part of the journey, you come up with a solution. Just try your best. Don't dwell on it and keep moving. Like, I make business my whole life, and I think that is dangerous because when things are going bad in my business, our business, everyone's business, things are going bad in my head everywhere else. And I might not bring it home with me when I'm with Ashley, but I know she can still feel it, and I need to do a better job of separating. And I also have to do a better job of really cognizantly figuring out how big of a problem it is, right? Is it gonna kill the company? If it's going to kill the company, then we gotta focus on it. It's really important, obviously. But if it's something small that's just gonna happen when you're running a small business and you're trying to improve, maybe it's not something you have to fix now. Like we got an email last night. When we send out our invoices or we finish a service, we automatically send out an email saying, give us feedback, 1 to 10. And this was just a simple fertilization. Someone responded with 6 out of 10. And they said, the communication is lacking. I wish someone would call me before they came to my house and serviced, and I wish I had more information. And so when I saw it, my original thought is like, oh, she hates us, she hates me, we did bad. When the reality of the situation is she wants more. We can't give her more right now because we have other problems we need to solve. And guess what? I highly doubt she's gonna quit on our service because she gets an email 24 hours in advance at when we're coming, and she doesn't know exactly the minute that we're going to show up to fertilize her outdoors when she doesn't need to interact with us. Trust me, I wish we could do everything. Promise, I wish we could do everything, but we're still a small business. So we have a lot to figure out. We have a lot of systems to build. We have a lot to learn. And if I do a better job of learning not to beat myself up over it and beat up others in the company over it, I think the journey is going to be a lot more fun, and it's going to be a lot more rewarding, and it's going to be a lot just better all around for everyone. So that is what I have learned. Just roll with the punches. Don't think of them as punches, and learn, right? Just, they're problems that you get to solve. That's your job. It's just my job. So accept it. Accept that it's the job and enjoy it. Figure it out. That's what I'm going to work on. Also, you guys see me pretty fat. I actually do want to make this public because why not? This guy weighs 227 pounds. It's not great. I mean, he's got some muscle, a stretch, got some, but he's got lots of fat here. So throughout this whole thing, I hope I get in better shape. You guys can call me out on it. I actually started at 227 4 days ago. Last night when I hopped on the scale, I was down to 221. So I know that's not a healthy, I'd like to come up with to figure out how to be more sustainable, but it's also just, I need to get better because if I'm going to be the best of the best at running the business, if I'm going to be a great husband, if I'm going to be a great father, if I'm going to be a great leader, it's probably not going to translate well if I'm not taking care of myself. And if this isn't great, I'm going to make everything else great. So just wanted to update you. I will try to update you guys when I remember. Yeah, I'm trying to get in better shape and really think about my caloric intake because supposedly that makes a big difference. And frankly, when I go through a week of failure or stressful situations or problems, I like to eat, I guess. That is the way that I deal with it. Yeah, I just got to be aware of that. I love to overeat when I'm stressed. When I'm stressed, I like to just have huge meals. Get better at that and get better with you. So share in the comments if you have any thoughts on this mini series. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I mean, it really doesn't matter if you like it or not. I'm going to do it every day anyways, so you can learn from it. So, okay, goodbye. See you tomorrow.